Hi there, it's Karen here from Turquoise Treasures. Welcome back, and today is the day we're going to start working on the ballet journal. I've been so excited to come in and start work on this. I haven't been in my craft room for over a week and I've missed it and I've missed you. But I should probably have explained what I've been doing. I'm hoping to film over the weekend. This is Friday. Roxy's Weekly Challenge or some replacement for it, depending on what it is, which you will have seen on Wednesday. So I'm not going to tell you too much about what's been going on, but it's been a while since I've been in here, let's put it that way. So, all I can think about is getting started on this because it's been building up. You can see I've got ephemera and all sorts, gathering all sorts of stuff, and I just want to get going. So I've been collecting all my bits in this bag. But I've got my project box ready to go, so let's just pull things out and have a look. All we're going to do today is have a look at everything, show you what I'm going to do, what I'm going to use, just get some papers kind of ready to go. But we're not going to be doing any actual crafting in this video, and I will have explained in the video that was on Wednesday that I've been having some shoulder issues, so I've got to be a bit careful today. So I'm just going to get everything ready to go and then we'll get started proper next week. So what shall we do? Shall we start with the kits? Because and then we'll go and we'll look at everything else. So hang on, let's just get the kits out that I'm using and show you what I've got. Obviously some of it you've seen already because I've been using the ephemera to make things. So the first kit, the one that inspired the whole thing was this one by Tracy Fox, Dancing on Lace. It's fabulous. It's got so much ephemera in it, it's lovely, and I just loved the papers. In fact, I really need to print some more of the background papers. I've been meaning to do that. So I'll just get everything out. There's so much in this kit. What I love is that there's lots of ephemera because sometimes you get lots of papers, lovely papers, but you don't have any ephemera, so you have to make everything, which I don't mind. But it's good to have things to finish the pages, the ephemera off with. So hang on, let's move all these pieces over here. And I've got another kit to show you as well because I felt I needed a second kit of papers. So let's start. I've got all bits everywhere where I've been cutting into it. But I'll just show you first of all the main kit papers. But I just think it's gorgeous. What I love about it is that she's brought in different colours, so we don't have to stick to one colour or two colours. It's all the spring colours can work in this journal, so we can really go to town on colour, but all pastel. It's so pretty. It's a super pretty kit. So what I have been thinking when I chose this kit, that there seemed to be more like collage papers, and I don't know how well they would work folded in half. So I think this one would be a fine. Some of them, I think most of them would work as a standard journal. It may be a bit different doing the type of journal I'm planning to do. So there's that one, and I have backed these because I did think, of course, it's not printed very well, so I would have had to trim off some more. Because I thought I was just going to make a nice, pretty journal, lovely and full of lace and scrunchy and stuff. But I've changed my mind, so I'll talk about that in a moment. So this is the next page, and these are all yellows, so we can use butterflies and flowers. All of this stuff will work in this journal because that's what's in the kit. It's lovely, isn't it? I just love all this collagey look to it. I think it's so pretty. And then this one's got blue in it. I think it might be the same image again, but it looks different because of the surroundings. It's the same image, but with all the blues. It's really pretty, and lacy bits. And then there's this one. They're just, the faces on these ballerinas is just so beautiful. So there's that one. And this one has got more of the pink. And obviously pink is going to work quite well in this, so I have got backing papers for each of these. Some of them are backed with lacy paper, some backed with the kit paper, so that's with the pink that comes with the kit. And then there's this one, which is a bit more neutral. So all of these can be pulled apart, torn up, cut down, whatever. You can do all that with it. I have been using some of the background papers, as you can see, for making things as well. I'll be making ephemera with Roxy's Weekly Challenge. So there's blue, and there's a pink, and there's the green. And I think I need to print some more of these, or maybe I won't, because I've got some other things to use as well, which I'll show you in a moment. So that's the papers. And there are tags, and little tiny tags, medium-sized tags, all the tags. And then we have small journal cards, all sorts of toppers, whatever you can use them for journal cards or for toppers for ephemera. Oh, and there's some more tags, multiple tags. Let's just put those back, and then the papers back. And then I've got more ephemera here. You see I've been cutting them up, using them. You've seen me use these. There's lots of them. And there's loads more to be used. Loads more. So they'll be really useful, these. And another couple of tags. But the tags can be cut down, used for smaller things as well, or for tuck spots. And there's more. That one. And lots of extra little bits added on as well. These are pockets. Oh, I hadn't even noticed that they were pockets. I'll have to cut those out and get them ready to go. There's a few things that I think I want to cut most of this out before I start, just so that it's there ready for me to use. So that is what's left of the Tracy Fox kit, Dancing on Lace. I'm just going to gather it together. Now, what do I do with the folder? Is it buried in here somewhere? I don't know what I did with the little plastic sleeve that I keep it all in, but it'll turn up. Okay, so that's that one. Put that over there. Right, then the second kit I found, which I felt I needed more pages, because that one has got so much ephemera but only about half a dozen pages. So I got this kit from Natty and Moon. That's the name of the Etsy shop, Natty and Moon, and it just says Ballet Journal. It's called the Ballet Journal, and this also has quite a lot of ephemera. It's quite strongly pink. There's a lot of pink or neutral. So you've got this kit page, and these will actually go down quite nicely into individual pages. And then there's quite a lot of music in this one. They're very pretty. Slightly different style, but I think they'll work quite well together. And then there's this one. And there's quite a lot of flowers in this one as well. And musical instruments turn up a lot. That one, that's lovely. And then that one. And I think I printed that one again. I may have. Some of them I printed more than once when I was trying to get the backing right and things. Whether I'll use a big instrument like this, I mean, I don't know if I'll use that. But this would make a really good writing paper. That would be really useful, some of that. And another one of these. I think I printed this multiple times. And again, I think because sometimes the backing didn't print properly, because I was trying to print them double-sided, some of them. Anyway, so, oh, sorry, did I show you that last one? So that one was seen. And that one we've seen. So yeah, some of these are printed more than once, but you can never have too many sometimes when you're making things. And then we have some journal cards. So they're different to Tracy's kit, but I think they'll go quite well. There's one with some ballet shoes, and that's a tag. Journal card, that could be a backing for something. Little pocket, another little tag up there. More pockets. I'm going to have to get these pockets, all these pockets ready to go as well, aren't I? And here's some corner pockets. So they're quite big. I don't know if I'll use those, or I might. We'll see. I don't know. And there's a few odd tags here because I think I've started cutting into some of these when I was making ephemera. So some lovely tags, some lovely images. There's another beautiful one there. So yeah, so that's Natty and Moon. So that's already, I've got loads to work with and a little bit of prep to do, I think. Right, so that's that one. All right, there's the Tracy Fox folder. I found it. Let's get these things put in there so that it keeps it all together. Oop. Right, there's those two. And to go with those two kits, I've got some lacy kits as well, because I think they'll go really well with it. So I've been using this quite a bit lately. It's by Liana Scrap, and this is called Lace Delight. And these lacy pages are absolutely beautiful. Oh, missed one. I think I've printed some of them on thicker paper as well, so I'll just do a quick flick through of these. I don't know which way around they're even meant to be. I don't think it matters too much. So there's that one. Aren't they gorgeous? I mean, they're really, really lovely. Great for backing with tags and things, but also just for extra decoration on the pages, I think. Is that the same again? I have printed some of these more than once, so I think most of them more than once. That's a double. And that one. Anyway, so there's a whole collection of these, and I've got at least 2 copies of them. And then I've gone back to my faithful and helpful Shabby Dabby Doodah. She does so many kits that I love, and they're so handy. So she's got her lacy kit. So this is the muted green and blue. So as there's greens and blues and neutrals, there's some neutrals in here. I don't know what else doing in there. That's a plain one. That didn't get put. Hang on. Is that? Oh, that's a plain one. That shouldn't be there. Don't know how that happened. Must have picked it up by mistake. So there's lots of these pretty blues and greens, and of course there's blues and greens in the kit. So I thought it would be really handy for extra backing papers, and there's even some nice neutral, almost yellowish ones as well. So there's yellow in the kit, there's blues, all different shades, but they're all pastel-y. Don't know quite what happened to that one. I think I lost a bit of that one. Yeah, so there's lots of lovely lacy pages in there. It's quite a substantial kit, as all her kits are. She's so generous with her kits. You always get plenty of pages for your money. So that's the blues and greens. And then I thought, well, if I've got blues and greens, I need the pinks as well, don't I? So now I've got the pink lacy kit. And again, there's kind of slightly beigey pink colours, and there's lots of neutrals in there, so pinks and slightly yellowy colours. There's some deeper ones in there which might be useful in other journals. I don't think that's the colour I'll be going for, but I would be using something like that. There's quite a, there's a wide range of shades in these kits, and that's a lovely one, quite pale. All sorts of colours. I think there's some lilacs in here as well, but that won't be going in this journal. I don't know if is this the one with lilacs? I don't know. That's probably a separate one. But anyway, lots of pinks in there, pink lace, and I shall be using lots of that. So that's that one. And what sort of journal are we going to be making? Well, I did mention it in the last video, but you might have missed it. I'm going to make a ring-bound journal. I've only ever made one once before, and it's this. Some of you may have seen it, many of you may not. I made this, I think, a couple of years ago, and I like it. I like it a lot. I love it, really, but I do feel I didn't quite, I don't know whether I never quite felt it was finished. I felt there was more I could have done. It's quite full. You know, it's lots in here. It's got lots of, oops. There is a playlist. I think it's called Ring-Bound Travel Journal, I think I've called it. And there's a playlist for all the videos making this, using some using some Stamperia paper, all sorts of things. I mean, I won't do a full flip through. But one thing I did do, which I will do again, every other page was a writing page. Rather than using the pages themselves to write on, there'll be lots of ephemera that you can pull out to write on. But if you want to set just a writing page, I just popped one of these in every other page, which I've just decorated a little bit with a bit of stenciling, a little bit just to make it a bit more interesting, maybe a bit of stamping or something, just to make the pages look a bit more interesting. They're all coffee dyed. So they are going to be, and I will do the same. And I got this idea from Tina herself, the lady, Shabby Dabby Doodah. She was the one that, I think she makes quite a lot of ring-bound journals. And she did do a video, must be over a year ago now, and I'll try and remember to link it below, when she talked about starting a ring-bound journal. And I have used her idea to do my one. And I used it for this one, and I'm going to do the same again, slightly differently this time. But yeah, so I will be following a similar way of doing it. So this is the travel journal, and I used, I say, Stamperia paper pad. It's called Lady Vagabond. I absolutely love that paper pad. That was totally inspired by the Stamperia pad itself. I saw the pad, loved it, thought, what can I make with it? And this was the result. So yeah, I love this journal, but I want to take the next one a bit further, make it look fuller, more yummy, lots more lace and things like that. I think these are 2-inch rings. They may be a bit too big. Maybe that's why it doesn't look finished, because the rings are enormous. I can't remember. I may have 1.5 inch or 2-inch or both. I'm not sure what I'm going to use yet. I haven't sorted that out, but that's not really something I need to worry about right now. But there we are. That was that one. If you want to see how this was made, I say there's a playlist. If I remember, I'll link that below as well, just to make life easier. So I've started. What she has advised is you take some scrapbook paper that you don't love anymore. Well, I do love a lot of my scrapbook paper, but a lot of it I wouldn't actually use most of the time, even though I like it. But you can use it as the base. And I think with that one, I used really ones that I didn't like, and I coffee dyed them, and I completely covered them so you wouldn't know what was there. What she's done with hers is used papers that would coordinate with what she was doing, so you didn't have to absolutely cover every inch, and it would all go quite well. So that's the route I've taken. I've gone through all my scrapbook papers to find some that would go with the colour scheme I'm working with, and with the softer pastel-y colours. And all I've done is I've cut them down to I took 12 inches cut, folded in half, so it's 6 inches across the bottom, and they are 8 1/4, I think, high. I will double check that. 8 1/4 inches, well actually slightly under because I had to trim them a little bit, but about 8 1/4 is what I cut them to. And what is that in centimetres? That is 21 centimetres. So I got a whole bunch of them. These are the ones I had left over from when I did the other one. You can see the difference. These are just coffee dyed and a bit, they're not particularly fantastic, but I just covered them up and you wouldn't know they were there. But I've got them as backups if I need them, if I need extras. I will probably need some more anyway. So these are the ones I've got. and I've started inking around them. So this one was very white. It's that on the other side, which I think is really pretty, and it's got the pinks and the blues, and I thought that was lovely. This is fairly plain, little lacy bit, but you won't see much of it. You're only going to see bits poking out by the time I've covered it with all my ephemera bits and papers, and you won't see much, but at least what you do see will coordinate. This was a Kaisercraft paper, and I've actually got another one of those, which I thought I'd just finish doing today. So, oh, it's upside down. So this is what it is on the other side. And you just cut them down to the, so they'll be 12 by 8 1/4, folded in half, like that. Yeah, and then, so there's that one, this one, so they've all got the pastel greens, pinks, blues. I think they'll be fine, all of these. And the folded edges on the outside, the rings are going to be on the cut edge. That's how, I think that's how Tina did it. I think that's nicer to have this folded edge here. Now one of them did crack a bit when I folded it. As I go along, I'll probably come across it and fix it. Can't remember which one it was now. So that's that, and I'm just going to finish this off today, just so you see how I got to that point. Now the next thing to show you is, I have got a Stamperia paper pad to use as well, and it's called Passion. It's beautiful. As you know, I love Stamperia. Many of us do. Most of us do, I think. And where we can use it, we would like, we try and get it into our journals just because the papers are just so gorgeous. So I thought I might see if I can make a few background papers with one or two of these. Obviously, these are going to be lovely to cut up, make into journal cards, pockets. I know I have a lot, but I think I'll need a lot for this journal. I don't know quite whether I'll be able to use this piece because she's enormous and I don't think she's going to fit. So I put my paper there. Look, we're going to lose. She's going to have an arm cut off and a leg cut off, and I'm not sure. I might just squeeze the leg on, but she'll either lose her arm or her foot, so we're not sure whether that will work. But you see, the other side is really gorgeous, so I'd be tempted to use that, but I don't know. Then there's this piece. I mean, these just, I shall really struggle to cut these up a bit, some of these, because they are so lovely. And that's the other side. Now that we've got this one, although it's beautiful, I can't see I would use that. So this could be one I could use as a backing paper. Let's see what's on the other side. Yeah, that might work. I might just take that one out. Because if I cut that down from the top, did my 8 1/4 from the top, I could use this as ephemera. So that's an option. We'll do that today. We'll make some of these papers into my base papers for the journal. This is a beautiful page. Oh, and this is so beautiful as well. Is this colour going to work? I think it will. Let us pull out some of the... I've been using the background papers just to check if things that I'm pulling out will work with the colours in the kit. So where are they? So that's the blue. Comes with it, and it's deeper, but it is the same sort of tone. So I think this one could really work. Much as I love this page, and I really do, I might decide which bit of it I'll cut off, and then we can still use it. But if I had this as the outside, I wouldn't be able to cover it up. Which is daft, isn't it? I know, but so it goes. Don't like covering things up that are so pretty. Now we've got a load of journal cards on this one, so I shall definitely use some of those. Oh, she's so gorgeous. Yeah, I might use that. Let's see what else I've got. Tags. Oh, I've got that image there. Look, as a journal card already, or as a pocket. Some of these tags, we could just cut some of these bits out to we'll use as ephemera as well, so that's always possible. Oh, and then there's this one. How gorgeous. Oh, we have this one. Oh, sorry, I'll show you the back of the... Oops. Let's keep moving them around so you can see the other side. So that image was in the middle, so you could... If you were using it as a scrapbook page, you'd probably cut that all out, but not quite sure how I'll use that piece, but I do like the bits around the edge. And then there's this page. Now, this would be a good one as a backing one. So I could possibly more inclined to use that as a background because that would work quite well. So there's that one. And this is another one. Is that the last one? Oh yeah, that would work as well. Okay, I'll take that and we'll make some, just prepare some background papers and see where we go. I think I've already taken off the very back page, which is the ephemera page, and I've been cutting that up, which is why there was no back page. So that's those. We'll work on those in a moment. Now I've got my box, so let's put all the bits of ephemera that I've made so far in here. There's quite a pile, look, but I think it's a sort of journal you need lots. So there's a variety of pockets, it's a paper bag, you'll probably recognise a lot of this stuff. Mind you, it's been a while since I made some of it, but now I'm finally getting to use it. It's a lot of pockets. It's so sweet, look at that. Oh yeah, very cute. Journal card. Put journal cards at the back, or tags. Don't know what that is. That's just a piece of ephemera. I think I just popped something on there. I think that was just knocking around. I need to finish that off actually. Needs backing. Little pocket, corner pocket. This one, flip out, and a pocket. So we've made a good start. There's this one, which is something from Roxy's Weekly Challenge. This is the one I made using the envelope. This is the Wendy envelope. Another one at the back. And this one, that's just a journal card. That can go at the back as well. There we are. So yeah, already the box is beginning to fill up, which is great. I pulled this out of a piece, I think this is out of an encyclopedia. I think I pulled it out for this image. So whether I'll get to use that, because I had thought I'd use that as a page in my journal, but now I'm not doing that kind of journal. I'm not sure whether how well it will fit, but it might go in a pocket. I might just be able to tidy it up and put it in a pocket as ephemera. Got a few other odd bits I've pulled out from other kits. I don't know if I'm going to use some other odd pieces of ephemera, just in picking out the colours, picking out the greens I might use. Not sure at the moment, but anything I could see that looked even remotely ballet related, I picked out. And I've stamped a bunch of ballet words. I think you've seen me dive into this little bag before when I made something recently. So they're all stamped on there, just with bits I've torn off the edges of papers. It's quite handy just to have some words. I need to do the same for Moroccan journals. Can't think of the words to use though. This is much easier. So there's those. I've got my Stamperia bits and pieces in here that I've been cutting out, or some are ready to cut out and I haven't cut out yet, but they're ready in there. What else do I need to show you? Is there anything else? Oh yes, I was going to talk about the cover. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do yet. Let me just move all these folders over into the box. Okay. lot of paper. This feels like I've got far too much of one journal, but I won't use it all, of course. But you never know. It's going to take us a while, this journal, I think, because I think I might have a lot I want to make. And obviously there's going to be lots of lace. Lots and lots of lace. So for the cover, I thought I'd make the cover a little bit more sturdy than just folded over scrapbook paper. So I've pulled out these pieces of quite thick chipboard, cardboard, whatever you call it. It's not, I mean, it's not super thick, it's quite bendy, it's not that really, really stiff stuff. I was thinking I might stick 2 pieces together. I wonder if that's going to be too much. Once I've added extra bits to it, maybe that'll be too stiff, I'm not sure. So I have to think about that. But that's what I'm going to use as the base, and I've got a couple of fabrics pulled out for the front. And again, I haven't quite decided. If you have any ideas in the matter, please let me know. So I've got this beautiful damask style fabric. I had a piece of this a lot when I very first started journaling. I had a piece of this I bought from a charity shop. It's one of the first things I bought, and I loved it, and I used it all up. I used it so much. I used it for covers, I used it for all sorts, and I used it up. I don't think it was quite as big as this piece. And I'd almost finished it, and then I think you remember a while ago at my craft club somebody was giving away some fabrics, and that was part of it. And I thought, oh, there's some more of that. And I just love this colour because it's like a warm rosy pink. It's really lovely. But then amongst the same pile was this lovely velvet, this pink velvet. And I can't decide what to use. I just want to stroke this. It's just lovely. It's so tactile. So I can't decide which of these is the best colour to use. I think, looking across at my ephemera here, if you look at this pink, it actually is very similar. It's very close to this colour. I'm not sure this colour is quite the right pink. Looking at all the colours in the kits and in the laces and things, I think this might have to be the one that I use, just because the colour is the one that seems to be quite strong in both kits. That pink. This is not quite the right pink. I might be able to use this. Not sure for my next Moroccan journal, because that's going to be pinks and purples, and they are much more vibrant colours. So maybe that will turn up again. I don't know yet whether that will be the right stuff to use, but that's for next time, another time in the future. So yeah, this may well be the one I use, and I do love it. I just love this colour. So that could be, I haven't quite fully decided how I'm going to do it, but that will be coming up in due course when I've finalised my ideas. But it'll all be covered up with a load of lace anyway, I expect. In fact, I have a very strong feeling she is going to appear on the cover. Look at her, isn't she lovely? She looks like Margot Fontaine or somebody, really, one of the very famous ballerinas from the 50s. But anyway, so that could be the cover story. So I think that's it for things that I was going to show you. Let's just get these last few pages for the actual background papers, and I shall slot these in between the other papers. So this one is a definite goer, and I think I will just, now I've got to cut it down to, which bit do I want to keep? This bit. I want to keep that bit, cut this piece off, and have that for the paper. So 8 1/4 is where we want to go. 8 1/4. And I'm keeping all of these pieces because they might come in handy. So I've got a whole collection of these cut-off pieces. That is just lovely on its own, isn't it pretty? Like that. Okay, there's that one. Now, which side of this one we're going to, it doesn't really matter, but I'm going to cut off the top again. And cut it there. Another lovely piece. I'm wondering, I'm not sure I think I just wanted 3 more, so I've got to decide between these 2. I think I'll go for this one because it's plainer there, and that would make more sense to me to use the plainer one. Line it up. We lose. Cut a tiny piece of this off, but I'm not going to worry too much. We may not need to use it as we have another piece of that anyway, but I think that's lovely. Yeah, that works for me. So, yeah. And I just want to score them. I'll score them at 6 inches just so they fold nice and straight. I'll just get this little journal card out of the way. I'll put it there because I know I've got to finish it off, back it and things. And there'll be loads more I need to do anyway. Okay. Score at 6. Nope, that's upside down. Not that it matters really. Right, scoring done. Now I just fold them, try and line them up. For some reason they line up when I fold them, and then when I've glued them I always have a bit sticking out that needs adjusting or trimming off. I don't know why that happens, but that seems to be the case. Right. So I hope everybody is well. I think I've seen off the cold finally. And all is well with us here. I hope you're all excited as I am to start this new journal, because it's kind of a bit of an adventure. I know I've done one before, but this feels ages, so long since I did it. I barely remember what I did. And well, that's not cut, for some reason that's not cut very straight. I can see it's not straight already. Never mind, it can be trimmed, it's not a problem. I don't worry too much if they're not all, as long as the holes line up. If the pages are not quite the same size, I'm not going to worry too much, because by the time you've added lace and stuff everywhere, nobody's going to notice. But I am going to have to trim that up a bit on that edge. I might do that right now, actually. Oh no, there's no point, because I'll probably have to do it again when I've glued it. That seems to be the case. So those 3, I'm going to put this one over here because I don't think I'm going to use that. At least as far as I'm aware, I'm not going to need it. Where are my other ones? Right at the bottom of my box. So I think these will go quite well with the rest. These are all some of them looking a bit white background, but I'm going to ink around them, certainly around the edges, and they'll all be covered up mostly, so it won't notice. But some of them are quite vintagey looking as well, so I think they'll all be fine as a little group. And all I did with those, I'm going to do the same with these. I glued them down with my glue stick, but not too near the edges. just to hold them in place really. It's probably best not to do them on top of each other. I need a flat surface. I know it feels a bit like sacrilege to glue all this prettiness on the inside, but we have to make sacrifices for our art, don't we? Okay. Oh, I can't tell you how excited I've been about coming in here and getting started on this. I've been dying to do it. I'm always excited about a new journal, and especially as this is something that feels a bit new. Right, now I can trim it. Just need to trim a little tiny bit off the bottom. That seems to happen on a lot of them when they've been glued, even if they look like they were lined up before. Okay, I'm just cutting literally tiny little slivers like that, just to even things up. And I think it looks okay everywhere else. And then all I did with these, which I'll do the same, I sewed right round close to the edges I could manage. Sometimes I got closer than others. Starting at the corner, so if that's the front page, that's the folded edge. I started on this corner. This is going to be the side where the rings are. So I've just got the little tufts of shred thread down here. So I'll always know where the front is, even if they look exactly the same, because these are going to be bottom left. So I should do the same. I'll take all these over to the sewing machine. That's why I haven't gone too near the edge with the glue. That's really just to hold it nice and flat, nice and firmly in place. And I don't want it to come up, be any lifting in the middle. So I do want it glued inside. And I've just used, it's all down, Tina's suggestion is I've used a pale cream thread, because I thought it may be that after I've added more papers and more things, I might want to sew around them again. I don't know. But then I could go over them again with a darker thread if I wanted to, and it wouldn't matter if there was some lighter thread showing through beneath. Alright, so that's that one. And then this one. So although the natural inclination is to have the opening on this side, we're actually going to do it this way round so that this folded edge is on the outside of the book, because it makes it less vulnerable, it makes it stronger, I think. And that was again Tina's suggestion, and a good one, I think. So I will try and remember to link Tina's video below so you can watch how all her ideas. Okay, alright, so there's that one. I don't know if there's any trimming needed. Seems to have folded quite well, these last couple. Yep, don't think I need to trim them, that's good. So yeah, they'll get sewn around, which is the folded edge, that's it. That's the outside edge, so that's those. And then I've got, so that's 3. I think I've got 9 here, I'm not sure. I wanted 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yes, so that makes 12. So I've got a few backup papers if I decide I need any more. I haven't actually cut any of these down yet. So I've got this one, which is yellow floral, which I think would be my next top choice, because I haven't really got any with yellow in, but we got yellow in some of the papers. So that's really pretty. I've got these couple of pink ones, which again I think would look really pretty. These are ones I've just had in my kit for a long, long, long time. And then I've got this one, which would probably be my last option, but but it also got the stripe on the other side, which would actually go quite well. So that one would be an option as well. Sorry, I keep banging the paper on the camera. I hope that's not making you blink too much. So yeah, I've got those if I need them, but I don't think I will. Just because I'm not sure how many writing papers I might do, and I might use some of these coffee dyed ones as the writing papers, as they've already been prepared. Just cover them up with something, and they'll just be for writing. I'm not sure how I shall do that one yet. I'm not going to worry about that straight away because I'll be too busy decorating. So I think that's it. I think I've pulled out everything I think that I wanted to show you. You can see what's gonna happen. So this is all going to be, I think it's going to be quite a big journal by the time I finished everything. And I'm looking forward to getting started. So thank you very much for joining me for this little flip through and having a look. It's a longer video than I expected because I didn't think it would take me very long, but there's an awful lot of stuff to go through, isn't there? So in the next video we'll get started on working some of these pages and see what we can do. I will probably have to make some more ephemera, I reckon, but there's quite a good start, look, and see how we go along. I will see you very soon. Bye for now.